What happens when you betray the one person who knows all your darkest secrets? Billionaire Richard Carter thought he was invincible. He built a massive empire, controlled powerful people, and had enough money to make his problems disappear. But his biggest mistake? Firing the one person who knew everything about him, his loyal assistant, Emily. For almost 10 years, Emily had been the silent force behind his success, managing his schedules, handling sensitive documents, and even covering up his secrets. She knew about the offshore bank accounts where he hid millions to evade taxes, the bribes he paid to politicians, and the illegal business deals that kept his empire growing. She even knew about the mistresses he discreetly maintained while pretending to be the perfect family man. But despite her years of loyalty, Richard fired her one morning without warning. No explanation. No severance package, just a cold, dismissive email stating that her services were no longer needed. At first, Emily was in shock. She had given everything to this job, sacrificed her personal life to make sure Richard's empire ran smoothly. And now, he had discarded her like she was nothing. But that's when her shock turned into something far more dangerous: revenge. If Richard thought he could get rid of her so easily, he had no idea what she was capable of. Over the years, Emily had accumulated a treasure trove of incriminating evidence. She had copies of confidential emails, financial records proving fraud, and even recordings of shady conversations where Richard admitted to laundering money and rigging deals. She had never intended to use them, but now, Richard had given her a reason. She started small, an anonymous tip to a well-known investigative journalist about Richard's fraudulent business practices. Within days, news reports began surfacing, questioning his company's integrity. Stockholders panicked, and the market responded brutally. Richard's billion-dollar empire started losing millions in a matter of hours. But Emily wasn't done. She sent a detailed report to the IRS, exposing years of tax evasion that Richard thought were well hidden. When the IRS launched a full-scale investigation, Richard's accounts were frozen, and his assets were seized. He could no longer hide behind his lawyers or throw money at his problems. Then came the most personal blow. Emily made sure that Richard's wife, Laura, received a neatly compiled file containing every piece of evidence proving his infidelity. Photos, messages, secret bank transactions, it was all there. Laura, furious and humiliated, wasted no time. She filed for divorce, demanding a massive settlement that would strip Richard of what little wealth he had left. Now, his personal and professional life were both in ruins. His so-called friends and allies distanced themselves. His board of directors turned against him, and investors pulled out faster than he could react. He was drowning, and there was no one left to save him. But the real twist? Emily had never been just an ordinary assistant. She had secretly been working with Richard's biggest competitor all along. While Richard was busy being arrogant and ruthless, Emily was playing a long game. She had been feeding his rival just enough information over the years to weaken him. But Richard's own stupidity had given her the perfect opportunity to destroy him completely. Now, Richard was not only bankrupt and alone, his greatest enemy was now in control of everything he had once built. And Emily? She walked away not just victorious, but incredibly wealthy, with a generous payout from Richard's competitor and the satisfaction of watching him lose everything. She had nothing to worry about ever again. The billionaire who once thought he was untouchable had been brought to his knees by the very person he thought was beneath him, all because he underestimated the power of revenge.